Hey guys, this is DJ Wolf. I had a couple of things on my mind here. I was thinking about something that I used to watch religiously. I mean, I watched it all the time. It was the talk of my office. It was actually the talk of my house. A show that was on television for several seasons. And I wish they'd bring it back. I don't know if they'll ever bring it back, but it was a great show. It had a great run. It was very popular. And it was one of those popular weight loss shows. ABC also had one too. But this one was on NBC. Now, ABC had a really good one too. And they worked with one person on that show. But it was very good. It was a very motivating show. I forgot the name of it. But nevertheless, the show I'm talking about on NBC was called The Biggest Loser. And it was extremely popular. I wish like hell they'd bring it back. Because it really motivated. It was a motivational show. It gave you a lot of great tips on how to lose weight. And let me talk about it. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and talk about it right quick. The show, I don't remember how long. It was on many years. It was on many years ago. I think the last run was just a couple of years ago. I wish they'd bring it back. Biggest Loser. And it was basically a show where they actually had two teams of people who were contestants who were out to lose weight, challenge each other in different weight loss type challenges and stuff. And then they would go training when they weren't doing those challenges, to help them push it. And I guess the team that came closest to losing the most weight would win the contest, and then they would go down, a contest of elimination. Who lost the least amount of weight, those were the ones who would get kicked off by teams. It was a good show. It had a great run. It motivated people to lose weight. Somehow or another, they tried to retool it at some point, and then that didn't work out, and it's been off the air for it's been a minute. 4 or 5 years, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while. I have to look it up. I'm gonna try to get some stats on that. Anyway, I just had to think about that, and I also thought about the fact that I know there was a couple of contestants actually that sued the show, and one guy in particular. Matter of fact, we had one guy. I think he said he had lost weight on The Biggest Loser, and then after some time gained it all back. And I'm thinking, what did you do to keep it off? Did you take the advice of the people from The Biggest Loser to keep it off? Did you exercise regularly, or at least a few times a week to keep it off? What did you do that caused you to bring it back? You gotta be honest with yourself. Weight loss is achievable. Trust me, I've done it a few times. I know. About 2 years ago, I lost over 60 pounds within a matter of a few months. Okay? And I didn't go in every single day to lose weight. Matter of fact, I was losing weight before I even started going to the gym back in 2017. That's no joke. This was months before I started going to the gym. Like about 2.5, 3 months. And what I did, I was on a Nutrisystem for a while. For about 2 months, I lost weight. I lost 20 pounds. Then I went to switch over to Persona doctors and started going to the gym, and I lost 40 more. My issue right now, I haven't been back to the gym in a while, but I've lost 10 pounds already since I've been on the Persona diet. So I'm doing fairly good. I'm doing what I need to be doing so far. And my next appointment is the middle of July, so I know by then I should have lost 15, 20 pounds. I know they'll be happy I even lost 10 pounds, which to me is a good sign. I just need to get my butt back in the gym. That's all. I was supposed to win Saturday, and I don't even remember why I didn't go Saturday. I had a couple of things that was going on Saturday. I don't even remember why specifically. I think I was up late or something, and I forgot to go. I just didn't, should have went. It was a beautiful day Saturday too. But nevertheless, it's diet and exercise and really sleep, because all three factors do tend to determine your weight loss. Sleep, because if you don't get rest, you'll be too tired to go to the gym. Exercise, because if you don't exercise enough, you don't burn off enough calories. All right. Diet, if you don't eat right, you pick up weight. You know, two of the things I found out that's really good for weight loss is eating a fiber-based fruit like apples, you know, or pears, oranges, peaches. You know, eat those kind of fruit. I recommend apples personally, because apples will get you full. You eat 2 apples a day, and you drink plenty of water, and you eat a balanced meal, you will lose the weight. I've done that before too. You know, matter of fact, I gotta go buy some apples today. But people don't. They just tend to talk about, well, I can't eat right because the food, the burgers, they'll be calling me and stuff. You can eat right. You just gotta put the mind over the matter, so that the matter don't mind. You don't mind dealing with the matter. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, you have to know what's going to be good for your diet and what's not. You know that eating certain foods is going to be trigger foods to trigger you back into the weight gain all over again. You know this. We all know this. You know that certain meals have a certain amount of fat in it. All right? We all know that. Okay? Cookies, cakes, pies, really mostly, well, maybe not really multigrain, but, and you really have to watch yourself with the multigrain, because you gain weight off of that. You eat enough of it, you know. But multigrain is better than a lot of the other regular white breads. But breads, most breads, even the breakfast cereals, you know. Now, if you like like what they call those granola type, not the sugary granola, but the other kind, and it's a mucilix type, those type of breakfast cereals, they're good for weight loss too. But you can't throw in a whole pound of breakfast cereal like that in your bowl and think you're going to lose weight. That's not how that works. You know, portion size play a role in everything you eat. Now that I could contend to you is another fact. Even if you go to a cookout, you know, you have to count calories. You have to count them, man. You know, for me personally, I've been doing that and it's paid off just within the last few weeks. You know, and I know I could tell I'm losing weight, and I don't even eat a lot. And I'm not, and not that I don't eat a lot because I'm not hungry. Well, for the most part, it is. You know, I guess at this point, because I'm on this diet, I watch what I eat, and I don't eat a lot. It doesn't. And what I'm really finding out more and more is, your body is only intended to eat but so much food per meal per day anyway. That's a known fact. Our bodies are intended to be eating big size, super sized foods. You know, that's fact. That's if you eat super sized type foods every day or every week, you're wrong anyway. I'm gonna just say that right up front, because again, our bodies are not intended to eat all that type of food. It's not intended to consume that much food and digest. Okay, it's not. I was watching my 600 Pound Life, which I still watch. I watched it last night too. I think about it. I didn't finish watching the episode yet. This is one of those where are they now at weight loss things. I watched a previous one where this guy was on there. I don't want to give it away if you hadn't already seen it. I won't say who it is either. And the guy died. But he struggled. He was depressed. His mother, he was really, that was the other thing. He was codependent on his mother. He was dependent on his mother to help him lose weight, and then she died. And then they did a follow-up with him, and it didn't bode well for him. He tried, and then it just consumed him, and it ended up killing him. Real sad. But the thing of it is, man, you have to learn to eat right. And I was going to tell you about this other story on Big 600 Pound Life. There was this couple on there. Both of them were big. Very, very huge people. And at one point, they said, well, let's go eat. They had a big breakfast. Both had big breakfasts, you know, toast and big old plate of sausages and eggs and all. I said, man, I couldn't even eat that now. I couldn't eat that 20, 30 years ago like that, you know. But that's another whole story. I could, but anyway, so at one point, they went and got lunch. This was lunch now. Now, mind you, lunch coming up. Here's lunch. Lunch was a whole pizza by themselves. A quarter pounder. No joke. And a large fry. A piece. Not together. A piece. Not split up. A piece. Their own. Yeah. The guy had quarter pounder, large fry, and a whole pizza by himself. The woman had a large pizza, quarter pounder, and fries to herself. I couldn't ever believe they pretty much ate the whole damn thing in one sitting. I couldn't eat like that. I couldn't eat like that now. I had Chipotle on Sunday. I just finished it last night. I had on Sunday. I had a little bit yesterday. As a matter of fact, I had some Chipotle on Sunday. I ate a partial portion of it Monday morning. I ate the rest of it last night with my salad. That's it. And no chips, because I ate some chips on Sunday. Monday I threw them out. I said I'm not going to finish those chips because I know what's going to happen. I start eating them chips with that, I'm just going to pick that weight right back up. And ironically, I didn't. You know, so I'm glad I didn't. I wasn't intending to. You know, I have to. You have to watch what you eat. You have to count calories. Or you don't need to count calories. Now there is a diet, and I talked to somebody about a diet a couple of days ago. One of the church members said she's on Weight Watchers. No, take that back. No, actually, one of my coworkers, she's on Weight Watchers, and she said that she was on. Matter of fact, I gotta ask her about that today. I'm gonna find something, but she was Weight Watchers, and she said she don't have to count. She don't have to count calories. I may look into that too, but I'm just glad that I'm healthier than I've ever been. I've maintained for the most part for the last 2 years, up to about several months ago, to be honest, because that's when I started back picking up the weight. I started picking up the weight back last fall, and that's where I messed up. But I got up to about 600 and 200. I'm not 600. I'm sorry, I'm not that big. I got to about 262 pounds. Between 262 and 264, and I said, I stopped. I said, nope. I got to reverse this right now. And I'm 10 pounds later, I'm down, and I'm starting to feel good. You know, I'm back to where I was when I started losing the weight 2 years ago. You know, when I first started losing weight through a Nutrisystem. I actually want to switch back to Nutrisystem, but I'm not going to. Nutrisystem is expensive. It does work, and believe me, it really does work. But it's very expensive. You know, the foods are really good and they're very portion sized. But the food, I'm not gonna lie, the food for a diet plan, their food, it was some of the best food I've ever had. My wife's like, man, the men's diet plan is really good. It is good, but it just costs a lot of money. But to be honest, the one I'm on now costs a mint. It actually costs a little bit more. Now I think about it, but it's a more sensible plan. But you don't buy there. You don't have. There's no food. They don't sell you food. Okay. They do put you on plan. You do take medication for it, but it's almost the same medication you would get if you were going to your doctor. Some of the same medication they did prescribe to me, and it does work. I'm not gonna lie, it does work, and so far it's working pretty damn well. But I'm also eating a sensible diet. And I'm not following the plan like I'm supposed to, because they want you to eat salads every day. And I'm like, I can't do that. But I do eat salad every day, though. As a matter of fact, I've been eating salad every day for the last 4 weeks anyway. And I still put a protein in it. You can eat protein if you want. Put turkey burger, a hamburger, or chicken in it. You know, I love it. It's light. It's not heavy. And like I said, our bodies aren't meant to eat a whole ton of food in one sitting. Our bodies aren't meant to eat a whole ton of food like that anyway. We aren't meant to eat like that. there's a book that I had. I gotta look for it, and I bought it a few years ago, and I need to get back on that. The book is called "What Would Jesus Eat?" And Jesus ate very light, according to biblical studies. He ate like fish. I don't remember him eating chicken, but I remember eating fish and certain salads and stuff, and figs and stuff like that. I was reading. I was like, well, it's fascinating. I gotta find that book. I know it's in the house somewhere. But they said that's how he maintained, his physique, his body, and that's how he eventually sacrificed for us. But that's another whole story. But it was a very motivating book that I need to read it. But you could lose the weight. I mean, people say, oh, I can't do that. I know a coworker had lost like 20 some odd pounds. Just, she just stopped eating all that stuff. So actually, I need to talk to her today, and maybe not get on that plan, but just tell her, hey, just eat salads, eat fruit cup, and this is what I do. I eat a fruit cup or fruit for breakfast. You're entitled to at least one protein. There is a product I forgot. My wife and I buy it all the time. We eat turkey sausage. Okay, and those get 3 to 4 turkey sausage legs, 100 calories. I think it's 3, something like that. But I usually do 3 anyway. I think three sausage links is 100 calories. And I'm not gonna lie, with the 3 sausage links, and even when I was a kid, my dad used to feed us sausage for breakfast. That's why we give sausage, a little bit of grits. That was it. He didn't go overboard to try to feed his food because he knew you just needed just enough to get you going in the morning. And I still go by that. I thank God for my dad telling me that, man, because it actually he let me realize that you didn't need a whole bunch of food to eat to get you going. You just need enough to get you started in the morning. Like a coffee, maybe a toast, wheat toast. You ain't have to put butter on it. Maybe a little side of eggs or something and grits. That's it. But I know sometimes I grab a protein bar, and and maybe a fruit cup or just a protein bar, and drink me some water or some juice and be gone. Even a lot of the hotels don't. There are a number of hotels used to serve you breakfast, regular breakfast. Now you serve continental breakfast, which don't consist of a whole lot of food, but just enough for you to get you going, and that makes sense. We tend to overeat anyway. McDonald's had them big breakfasts, man. And I love McDonald's food. I mean, the only time I actually eat McDonald's, and I rarely eat McDonald's breakfasts anymore. Rarely. The only thing I've eaten from McDonald's in the past year was their sausage egg McMuffin, and I only eat it during vacation, because vacation I know I'm gonna do a lot of running around. That's the only time I've ever went tangent on McDonald's. I would get that in the hash brown and the OJ and call it a day for breakfast. Like I said, I'd only eat it during vacation. Or if me and my wife or my son was in college, we go, stop over McDonald's or Hardee's or either, what's the other place? Sonic. And we go out there and stop and get some food. But that was the only time I ever eat that stuff. I wouldn't eat it. Like, beyond, I wouldn't even touch it. I stopped eating McDonald's on a regular several years ago. I was like, I can't do it no more. As much as I loved it, I would get up maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 in the morning, go up to my 24-hour McDonald's up the road and pick up something. That was it. I was done. So I ain't in all that eating all that type of food no more. I don't. It's not that I don't like it. I just can't eat it. And I can't eat it because, really, to be honest with you, for the most part, it ain't no good for you. Especially ain't no good for you if you eating it all the time. And you make it a regular part of your meal, and that's a problem. A lot of people do. Many people, that's what they eat every day. I can't do it. Our body's not designed to eat that kind of stuff all the time. It's not. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm being totally honest. My body feels better by not eating all that stuff. And I find out the more healthier and the lighter that I eat, the better I feel. Your body really is only required to eat certain type of foods anyway, and water. That keeps you not only healthy, but to keep you surviving every day. I ain't saying starve yourself to death, but definitely eat the right foods that keep you going, that keep you healthy, that keep you strong, that keep you vibrant and vital for yourself and your families. That's what I'm saying, you know. But there's a way you can curb eating all that junk. A lot of people just don't ever learn to do that because they're conditioned and culturally conditioned to eat certain foods, you know. Because our culture is like that, you know. Man, go eat that food. Yeah, ain't gonna hurt you. A little bit, it'll be all right. I hear people tell me that all the time back in the day. This food soft. I know they ain't gonna work. You soft, it's gonna run. Come on, man. You bullshit. Nah, yeah, all that BS. Yeah, because our culture is culturally conditioned to be eating all that junk, you know. But I hear people talking about, a piece of chicken ain't gonna hurt you, man. Piece of fried chicken, one ain't gonna hurt you. And it's not. But if you get to the point where you like to eat all that junk all the time, it might. Like, my addiction, for me, I'm not gonna lie, it's pizza. You know? But I know what, after a while, because I know what I had when I ate pizza. Usually, if I eat enough of it, it throws me off. It throws my whole day off. It throws my whole timing off for me in terms of my body. It does, especially when I eat too much of it. You know, and that's why I don't eat it. I mean, I can't. I love it. You know, if I'm around it, I may get a slice or two. That's it. But if I go out and buy it, I'm in trouble. You know, because it's addictive. And a lot of people don't realize there is such thing as a food addiction. A food addiction, and with many people, is as bad as a drug addiction. Believe it or not. Seriously. You don't think it ain't, but it is. It's as bad as a drug addiction. And yeah, I can say it because I know. I've never been on drugs, and I've never had a drug addiction, but I've had food addiction. And the reason why I'm saying that it is bad as drugs because you crave for it. You know, you go out and seek it. You know, and I used to do a lot of that back in the day. You know, and it was eating all kind of junk. I used to drink sodas for breakfast every morning. I knew a guy drank a case of sodas for every day. A case of Coke, not cocaine, Coca-Cola. For those of you thinking something else, no. He drank a case of Coca-Cola every day. I think at least a 6-pack. I think at one time I might have been doing that too. You can't. But over the years, I can't do that, man. I definitely wouldn't dare think about doing that now. Stuff ain't good for you no more, man. It's not. It's just not good for you. You know? And that Coke, to be honest, you can use that, and I've done this, to clean off your battery terminals. That acid that's in the Coke, you know, because there is a certain amount of, acid, not harmful acid, but it's the potency of the soda itself, the carbonated drink, the carbonation in the soda itself. Oh man, they had action already. Damn, the carbonation in the drink. What is going on? Oh Lord, they done had action up here already. Jesus Christ. Okay, right. Okay, well I got nothing more time to talk. What happened here? I see where this is on the right side. But anyhow, I hope they're okay. Anyhow, it's strong enough that it can literally clean off your car battery terminal, especially when it's dirty. I've done it before. Take a toothbrush, put some Coca-Cola on it, or put the Coke, dab some Coke, with a rag or towel on it. Make it just wet enough to clean the terminal off, and take a toothbrush and scrub it right off. That's why it ain't good for you. You can clean toilets with it. Yeah, I've done that. So that's why I say it's not good for you. It's really not. But our culture is culturally conditioned into that type of lifestyle where we eat all the junk. Where people go take the kids to eat McDonald's every day because they don't want to cook. What are we doing here? Man, make up your mind. Left or right? Oh, man, it was a bad accident, too. Damn. Woo-wee. I hope they okay, man, whoever it was. Oh, my God. That car got wrecked, man. I don't know if anybody could have survived that, man. For real. That looks pretty potent. Jesus Christ. I would videotape that. I ain't got time. I ain't trying to do that right now. I don't want to be man, I hope it would. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, man, I don't know if they survived this month, man. They did. God bless them. Oh, that's a... Jesus, man. I hope it don't mess up my tires. This shit is all over the road. Good Lord have mercy. Wow. God. It flipped over. Son of a bitch. Wow. That's pretty bad, man. I'm sure it'll be on the news. Wow, that's crazy. Car flipped over. That rear end was smashed up. I thought the front end was too. It looked like they got out. Anyway, didn't mess with my tires. I gotta get them replaced when I go on vacation in 2 months, man. But anyway, but yeah, you have to really count your calories, man, and take care of your bodies, man. Because your body really is your temple. And I remember when I lost my weight 2 years ago, I was getting rave reviews from everybody. So I'd be like, wow, what you do? What you do? My coworker joked about something. Man, you on crack. That's not the first time somebody told me. When I was on my self-imposed diet several years ago, about 10 years earlier, or about 11, 12 years earlier, a girl told me the same thing. She said, man, you smoking something? You just skinny. And I was like 240 then. But I went down 2 years ago to 226. That's the lowest I've ever been at the time. I was trying to break to 220 at least. And then, get back to 200. My ultimate goal is to get to around 200. So, I'm going to get back there. I mean, it's happening. It's slowly happening. It's slowly but surely happening. I just need to get back to the gym. And when I get back to the gym, it'll solidify my chance to lose even more weight. That's the thing I got to do. Man, I'm glad I wasn't by that truck when that happened, man. Wow. It looked like it probably happened about 5 minutes ago. But in any case, lose the weight, guys. You don't have to depend on Biggest Loser or... Whoa, what the hell happened here? Damn. Debris all over the road. You don't have to depend on Biggest Loser or My 600-Pound Life or anything else. Start right now. Make a plan, man. Just write down a plan of the stuff that you no longer need to be eating and the stuff that you know that triggers you into gaining weight, and say, this is what I'm going to do. I want to reduce eating it and get off of it altogether and put myself on eating more healthier foods. That's what I did. To a point where I don't even crave for any of that stuff anymore. And this is before, this is since between when I went out of the persona plan. But what happened with the persona plan, I was eating so much of their planned foods that you had to, that they said, okay, you got to go to the grocery store and buy this food, this food, this food, that. But it wasn't any food that they manufactured or anything like that. It was regular salads and stuff like that. But it was so restrictive. I said, nah. So I retooled myself, and I'm doing something similar to it. But I'm not eating that much anyway, and I'm still losing weight. So you have to restrict. You have to be restrictive, but not too restrictive, but restrictive enough where you'll be able to start losing the weight, stop eating all the junk, and wean yourself off the stuff you don't need to be eating. That's the bottom line. All right, guys. That's all I got. This is DJ Wolf. Have a blessed one.